demons, waifus with weaponized thickness, and here, come here. Let me give you a little bit of a spoiler. Kyoko can lend her powers out to other girls. You know what that means.
I have come.
But this goes into the one thing Mato Seihei does that separates it from every other generic ecchi series. It has plot. I'm not gonna lie and say that fan service isn't one of the main selling points here, but that doesn't mean there's not more going for it as well. For one, the action is actually pretty kick-ass that goes beyond, I'm gonna defeat you with the power of friendship and titties. Each girl's unique ability brings more dimension to the action than just, I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna punch you really hard. All the fights have their own thoughts and tactics put into them based on the powers that are present on the playing field. There's a girl who literally just has Jawnhto that she activates by doing a fucking JoJo pose. Another girl has an ability called Python where she has to pre-program her body movements like a goddamn software engineer. There's a MILF. I can't remember what her powers are. And a similar level of thought has been put into the characters and the general world around them. With a concept like this, it would have been easy just to slap a bunch of cardboard cutout waifus everywhere and throw in some nonsensical, wacky plots whose only job is to get from one ecchi scene to the next. But each girl has their own.
Yeah, this is cool. Like, this is actually getting into this type of like more adult type, like serious type of anime that, because like this is something that I actually dislike and that I didn't found often, if not in fucking Chainsaw Man. Is that like we are like, I'm used to watching like animes that talk about like fucking people getting destroyed, absolutely demolished in wars and battles, good against evil, like clans against like anything, right? But in these animes, they forget to talk about love, to talk about sexuality, things that usually are also like, it's like the mega demon that is barely watchable because it's so fucking terrifying looking, you know, like usually is like within like the world that it is portrayed, it should be since as the media consumer, we are presented with a serious world. It will be nice to fucking like have a serious emotional world that is actually that makes sense compared to the world we are presented with. For example, with Fire Punch or Chainsaw Man, where like it's like, yeah, the dude like people live, the world has ended, like people live, there's monsters everywhere, like and everyone is a devil or whatever, but people don't talk about love, people don't have emotional relationships, people don't have like sexual relationships, people don't date each other, and this is the type of stuff that really, like, once you notice that, oh, absent it is in this type of media, because we're not talking about like you're fucking like showing an anime that where you don't really care. We talk about I talk about like these animes that are really, really serious, where like the power, the stakes, everything is really, really fucking serious. And then you look at the fucking characters and then act as if they never know what romance is, they never know what love is, they never cared about this. And this is something that like, for example, like that I saw in only a couple animes, which are like Chainsaw Man, Fire Punch, and also Code Geass, where like there is a relationship, and even though it's not completely clear, even though it is not like absolutely like it's not the center of the story, it is present. And this is something that I fucking like, because like people live the fucking worst day of their lives each fucking like chapter, episode, each fucking like each fucking stories that we discover. But in this, they never fucking care about, well, love. They care about friendship, They care about being friends, but they don't care about love. Well, they don't care about like they don't care about like having emotional relationships. They don't care about like they don't care about dating each other. This is something, for example, that I never fucking understood. Like, for example, did you notice that like in anime, no one fucking dates each other? So you get like a group of adventurers, right? Of like 10 people, right? And no one dates anyone, and no one cares about like anyone being like, and this is so fucking like once you see it, you're like, how can you show me monsters getting absolutely dismembered, destroyed, people losing their lives, innocent dying, but then this bunch of people like never even like liking each other, while each of the characters are absolutely are even to each other really inspirational and really like and really fucking lonely. And this is something that I really dislike, and that when an anime actually think like add this to the fucking story, I'll give you the difference: Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Chainsaw Man, right? If you consumed all of if you know these three animes, you know exactly that there is something missing to Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen that is not missing in Chainsaw Man. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you cannot fucking like talk to me about the darkest story I've ever fucking seen and I've ever fucking discovered, and not fucking talk about love at all. Like, it makes it so that like the story is not like actually believable, just because like people don't care about like stuff that is really important to them. And like, you get me? Like, that's why like I wish to see more love and more emotional relationships in these in anime, in media in general, because like people have this like these days media have this like really dark tone to it, but forgot what like forgot that dark tone is not just like living in the shadows and everything is scary. It's also like having like serious relationships between characters, and that is not only friendship. Anyway, I'm really mad about this, because like once I noticed how much like it was lacking, I noticed that like basically like make a lot of anime bland and completely empty, just because like people, because it makes you feel, it makes the characters in the anime really like barely like each other in any type of way. And because of that, like, yeah, more emotion, more love in anime or mangas, TV shows, movies will be great. Like, that will be really great, especially when during like dark storytelling, during really difficult storytelling. Because usually during these stories, these feelings, they are more present. I know it makes sense. I know it makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but like, I had to say it, because like this is something like, once you know this, you will never unknow this, and it will be really fucking awful. Like, it will really feel weird. So yeah, anyway.
Backstory and motivation that drives the plot forward.